Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in Skyfire War. You all know the drill. I am going to feature my 6 war flags with commentary, explaining the teams I bring against my opponents and my child moment throughout. Real quick before we get started though, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. Without further ado, let's get into my 6 war flags. With my first flag, we're going to go up against this Fergus tank team. They've also got Quarry, Chunky Roy, the new hero from the brand new family that just came out, Rowan, Zauki, and they've also got Saris as well. I've got 5 heroes that will all have a 100% chance to resist both effects from Fergus, the instant mana reduction and the negative mana ailment. And I've got 2 heroes that will wither away attack with Ixen and Vard. Vard also withers away defense as well. Let's see how this first flag here goes. I am going to start off with these blues vertically up the middle, I think. Yes. And I think I'm going to do that again. Trying to see if we can create some sort of cascade if we can. We did get something small. Alright, now I am going to match these 4 reds. Let's match these 3 greens vertically now. Nice cascade with these purples and reds. Some more purples. I'm going to match these yellows and reds now, so I can get that yellow diamond to tile dump when I need to. Now, Saris is definitely the one I have the most concern about, so let's use the main part of Isidore on Saris, and then I'm going to match this green diamond now. Alright, let's heal with Bramble first, and then I'm going to hit these 3 over here with Saris, and that's going to kill, or rather, hit these 3 with Peregrine, and that's going to kill Saris. And that new guy's about to go off, so let's throw these purple tiles at him, which should give me Vard. And the timing of Ferris and him going off before Chunky Roy is good. So that's a little less extra healing. Let's hit everybody with Vard first. So Vard gives Wither for defense and attack. And Ixen gives Wither for attack. But she also gives 50% extra damage. Plus 5% for every minion or mega minion. So I might actually use Ixen first. I think that would work out better. Actually, I definitely want to use Ixen first, because if Fergus were to die, then it's not going to chain through everybody. So let's use Ixen first. And it did kill him. Perfect. Now let's use Vard. Alright, everybody's almost dead. Let's hit this green diamond, and that might do it, and it did. Alright, we are 1 for 1 to start off this war. With my second flag, we're going to go up against another Fergus tank team. They've also got Saris here, they've got Archibald, and then they've got 2 of the Yellow Moth Orcark. I am bringing my Toon team, so they will all have a 75% chance to resist both the negative mana ailment and the instant mana reduction, and then also they'll have a 75% chance to resist that moth dust from the moth heroes. And I am going to try to remember to use my dragon. I forgot to use my dragon that last match, so let's see how this second flag here goes. I'm going to start off with these 4 blues and 3 yellows right in the middle here. Now I am going to match these 3 greens up top to try to move some stuff up. Let's match these 3 reds now. That way I can match some blues next turn. Nice cascade with yellows and blues. Perfect. That's going to give me Magni. Just kidding, he had Moth Dust. I had my 7 tiles for him, but the Moth Dust made it so that he did not get his special. I am going to match these 4 purples now. Fergus is about to go off, really hoping that he does not reduce Richard or Magni's mana. Magni went down. Alright. I'm going to match these 3 yellows now. Let's match these purples here in the middle. I'm going to move that dragon down to set off that cascade with the yellow so that I can heal. Nice cascade with those blues, although don't set off Fergus, please. Thank you. That would be very annoying if he went off. Alright, let's use Vivica first to heal. And then I'm more concerned about the right side with Sarah, so let's use the main part of Magni, or rather Richard, on Saris. Of course, Sartana's asleep now, too. Which I probably should have used Vivica to heal after I used her special. That was a mistake on my part. Or do I want to use Richard on Fergus? No, I think I want to stick with this plan. Especially with blue doing extra damage to red, and we could definitely kill Saris. Awesome. Now, I've got my 9 tiles to get Richard and Magni's specials, but if Fergus goes off, then it's going to get reduced. So I think I'm going to wait a turn, maybe try to force Fergus's special. Archibald's also about to go off, so let's just hit this blue dragon, I think. Yeah. Please don't reduce Sartana's mana. And it did. I should just not say anything. I feel like I'm jinxing myself. Alright, let's hit this blue diamond now. That is going to give me a cascade with those purples. What does Aurakark do again? I'm only going off against it a few times. Steals Mega Minions. Steals 40% of the mana to the target and distributes to allies. And then deals damage and the target falls into deep sleep. So I might want to wait to use that blue diamond because of the mana steal. Yeah, let's hit this yellow, or these 3 yellow tiles. Now, let's match these 3 yellow tiles up against Fergus. Alright, the other Aurakark's about to go off. I just want to do something safe that does not give me any mana. Alright. Hopefully he doesn't hit Demetria. Okay, perfect. He did hit the blues again. Alright, let's hit this blue diamond now. And Richard's about to die. That's not good. Actually, let's see if we can kill Orakark with the Meteor first. Awesome. Now let's hit this blue diamond. Please stay alive, Richard. Just need the Mega Minions to not hit him. And it did, of course. Great. Alright. Fergus is about to go off, so I'm going to hold off on using Magni. Let's match this purple diamond. Awesome. Vivica and Sartana both resisted the instant mana reduction. Let's heal with Vivica first. I do not have Moth Dust on anybody, so they're not going to fall asleep. Let's use our purple dragon, and let's see what kind of damage we can do to Fergus over here. 1100. Let's match these purples and blues over here. And Fergus has 590 damage. I don't know if those purple tiles are going to do the trick, so we are going to use Domitia on him and make sure that he dies. And now I've got to move this battle along a little bit. The timer's going. I've got to get rid of this Mega Minion from Archibald. You know, purple does more damage against yellow, and ideally I would have liked to have used it against Orakark, but again, I wanted to get rid of that Mega Minion. Not the cascade I wanted with greens that I don't have. Nice cascade with those blues, though. Alright, Archibald is dead. Orakark is almost dead. Let's see if we can kill him with these purple tiles. Actually, Magni Special is enough to do the trick. Alright, we are 2 for 2 to start this war. With my third flag, we're going to bring 4 Garrison Guards and a Toon against this Fergus tank team. My Garrison Guards will have a 100% chance to resist the instant mana reduction, but not the negative mana ailment. And then, of course, Leonidas will have a 75% chance to resist both. And then I've got a yellow dragon in here that I'm going to try to remember to use. All right. Not a bad board to start here. I think I'm going to start off with that yellow diamond to match in the middle, especially where I have 3 yellows on this team. Nice cascade with the greens and blues. And that yellow diamond is going to give me enough for my yellow specials right away. That worked out great. Especially because Rosalind has one of those Mega Minions that safely cleanses the latest cleansable status ailment every single turn. So I'll be able to get rid of that negative mana ailment each turn. Alright, I am more concerned about the ones on the left here because of Sable when I don't want anybody getting revived. So let's hit those 3 with Shimmer Scale. And then I might hold on to Leonidas for a turn or 2 so that he can reduce more mana if I use him on maybe Sable. Dueler Filler is almost dead already. That's awesome. Let's match these 3 greens vertically, which will set off a little cascade of blues. Alright, now let's use this on Sable. Sable's dead. Perfect. Nobody's going to get revived this match. Dueler Filler is dead as well, so they've got no healers. Let's use my yellow dragon first, and then Kolya. Fergus is dead. This match is going extremely smooth. And this match should be over with the Mega Minion hits, maybe? Not quite. But now it is. Just kidding. They revived, died from the burn damage. Awesome. We are 3 for 3 now. With my 4th flag, we're going to go up against the Grim Steel Tank team. I've got 2 heroes that can cast Mindless Attack with Kushanku and Medea. Medea, of course, gives the shifting Mindless Attack. I've got Dia-chan for the healing and minions, Sludges for the healing and damage if they cast any attacking specials, and I'm able to dodge it. And then Silverpaw for that Everlasting Greed and the ability to steal a Mega Minion, which obviously would be used on Armand Moncharmin if he goes off. But Silverpaw ideally is going to be used on Astrid so that she cannot revive anybody. Let's see how this 4th flag here goes. So Kushanku activates in just 5 tiles, so getting him activated early is kind of ideal, especially so that I can avoid the growth factor from Grimsteel. I'm going to start off with these 3 yellow tiles all the way on the left. Now I'm going to match these 3 reds, which will allow me to match my yellow tiles needed. Very good. The effect from Kushanku on his first charge is only for 2 turns, so I cannot use it too early. I'm going to match these 3 purples all the way on the right, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Now I am going to use it on Grimsteel. We should be able to force his special to go off with some tiles up the middle. Now, I'm going to match these 4 blues, setting off that cascade of reds. And then we got some more purples up top. Awesome. And that's going to give me both Medea and Dia-chan. Nice cascade of some more stuff, although I don't need any blues. Alright, let's use Dia-chan to heal. And then Santa Pimentor is a cleric class, I believe, and then Gunctus is barbarian. So for Medea, the main part of her special, which gives that shifting mouse attack, I think I want to use on either Gunctus or Armand. Let's use it on Armand. I don't want to use it on Santa Pimentor in case they have a chance to resist it with their cleric class. And now, let's match these 3 yellows. Awesome. Now I'm going to use Sludges to heal and give me that dancing effect. Let's use our yellow dragon. And Armand got cleansed. Maybe from the dragon that just went off. Let's use Silverpaw on Astrid. I'm going to use Kushanku on Santa Pimentor, maybe? No, I think I'm going to use it. Yeah, let's use it on Santa Pimentor. Let's see if it works on them. It did work on them. Cool. Okay. Now, I'm going to match these purples and blues up the middle. should have actually used it on Grimsteel. Although they have the everlasting greed factor anyway, so it's only going to work on Astrid. Okay, let's do this. Let's match those purples and blues. That's going to set off another cascade of the reds as well. Let's match these 3 yellows up against Santa Pimenter. Grimsteel's dead. Perfect. Let's match these blues and greens. Actually, I'm going to hit that blue dragon. That will give me the tiles I need for Kushaku. I'm going to use Kushaku on Astrid. I don't want to chance that dragon going off and Astrid going off with her reviving with that yellow dragon soon to go off. Now let's hit her with some yellow tiles. Timer is going off, so we do need to speed up the battle a little bit here. And that dragon did cleanse it, so that is what is getting rid of the ailments. Alright, let's heal with Sludges, use our yellow dragon, and Gunctus is dead. Let's use the Everlasting Greed on Astrid again, although I might just wait to use that. I'm going to use Kushanku on Santa Pimenter, see if this works again. It did. Awesome. Okay. Let's match these purples up against Astrid. Armand's dead. Let's use Silverpaw on Astrid now. It's tricky because I can't hit her with yellow tiles because of that dragon. Actually, you know what? I can hit Santa Pimenter with tiles, though, to force the dragon to go off, and then I'll use Silverpaw afterwards. This might work out nicely, actually. I think that's my only play. Now let's throw tiles up against... Actually, you know what? I'm going to match these purple tiles so that I can heal, get Medea, and we might be able to kill Astrid now with Medea. That worked out great. And Santa Pimenter is dead as well. All right, very happy with how that match went. We are now 4 for 4. With my 5th flag, we're going to go up against this Verity tank team. I'm bringing 3 greens with Fungustine, Grovert, and Starlass. And then I've also got Nautica and Grimsteel. This is a very healer-heavy team, but it's designed so that I can just use Grovert's Mega Fiend and spread that around, get Grimsteel to get the attack growth up so that my tile damage is higher, and then Starlass for some mana control with his special. Let's see how this 5th flag here goes. Good amount of blues to start, and actually we're going to be able to get our 9 blue tiles for Nautica right away. Let's start off with these 3 blues on the bottom left. And then I'm going to move up the 1 blue tile so that I can match my other blues next turn. Of course, some cascades that I don't need. Let's match these 3 blue tiles now. It's going to set off Verity, but that's okay. Let's use Nautica now. And Grimsteel, even though I've got full health, I want that attack growth and defense growth. Let's match these 3 green tiles up against Verity now. That was a lot of tile damage, I will take it. Looks like we had a critical hit. Now, I am either going to match the purples vertically or the yellows vertically in the middle so that I can try to get a green as a cascade. Let's do the purples right up the middle. And we did get a green, and Verity should be dead. Awesome. Let's put our first Mega Fiend on Revna, maybe? Yeah. Let's put the first Mega Fiend on Revna. Actually, let's use Starlass first. Revna is a Cleric class, and Foxley is a Ranger, so hoping that Revna does not resist it. Awesome, okay. Now, let's put the Mega Fiend over here on the left on Grendel. Let's ghost these blue tiles. Let's force Revna's mana to go up. That way the extra damage from Starlass's effect happens. 1,345 damage, very nice. And we might be able to kill them, but first let's heal with Fungustine. Let's match these 3 green tiles here. Not quite dead. And let's put this other Mega Fiend on Isabel and use our green dragon. I think I'm going to hit that yellow diamond and do some tile dumping, but at the same time I don't want Revna going off and healing everybody, especially where she is almost dead. Let's just ghost these 3 yellow tiles, see if I can get something up the middle. Alright. Grendel's almost dead. Let's match these reds up against him. Alright, we've got some blues now. Very good. It's going to set up Revna. Alright, at least their heal isn't, like, too crazy high. I'm going to use Grimsteel first for the attack and defense gross, and then Nautica. Now, let's match these blue tiles up against Revna. First, let's use Starlass. How many turns do they have that blind for? 3 more turns? I think I might just wait to use Starlass. I don't want to have a chance of him missing. Although that was quite a cascade with those yellow tiles. And Revna is dead. Awesome. And Isabel's going to be dead from that Mega Fiend next turn, it looks like. Just kidding, they revived. The Mega Fiend went away, though. Interesting on the revive. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright, let's hit them with Starlass. Hopefully they don't revive again. Awesome. We are now 5 for 5. With my last flag, we're going to bring 3 purples, a red, and a yellow against this Verity tank team. I've got Ignacio in here with the new costume that he just got because of the fact that he is a cleanser. And if that everlasting greed happens, then I want to make sure that we have an ability to get rid of that. I've got a couple fiend dealers with Shadowfang and Iga, Medea for the shifting Miles attack, Dia-chan as our healer. Let's see how this last flag here goes. Lots of purples on the board to start. That definitely will help. All right. I am going to start off with trying to decide if I want to start off with some purples or maybe the reds up the middle so that we can create something a little more if I can get a purple somewhere in the middle there. Which we did not. Alright. Well, let's match these purples and blues over on the left side. Now, let's match these blues right up the middle, setting off a little cascade of red so that I can match those purples all the way on the left after. Did get a couple more purples as well. Very good. Now, let's match these 3 yellow tiles. That's going to set off 2 cascades of purples. Awesome. Alyssa's about to go off, so I don't want to use my Fiend Dealers. Let's heal with Diachan first, though. And Alyssa, I believe, is a Cleric class, so she'll have a chance to resist the Shifting Malice attack if I use that on her. But Isabel will not. So she is a fighter class. Actually, she will have a chance with her Woodland Fawn passive. Let's try to use this on Alyssa. Please do not resist it. She did. Alright. Let's hold off on using Iga. I'm going to match these 4 purples, maybe? Or do I want to match the 3 purples against Verity and have a chance to kill her? I think I want to do that. I think that's the smarter play. It's going to set off that cascade of blues and yellows as well. Did not kill her with the purples. The reds actually was enough to kill her, though. Awesome. I will certainly take that. Alright, let's use Shadowfang first. And then I'm going to use my purple dragon first. And then I've got a bunch of ailments, so let's use Ignacio to heal and cleanse. Awesome. Let's put the Fiends over here on the left. Yeah. Although we're probably going to be able to kill Alessa with these purple tiles, I think. And Isabel is dead. Perfect. Trying to be careful here. I don't want Alyssa to heal. I'm going to match these 3 greens up the middle and ghost them. Trying to get a purple tile somewhere on the bottom there. If we can. Or if Shadowfang can just hit Alyssa with those flying fiends, that would be awesome. How much health do they have left? 163. Let's ghost these green tiles all the way on the left. And that did work. Awesome. Okay, now I need to heal again. I'm going to match these red tiles over on the left. Awesome. Silver Pot is dead. That's going to make this battle go much smoother now. Let's heal with Diachan. Hit Flameheim with Medea. And I'm just going to ghost tiles over here on the left. And Flamehide should be dead in a moment, I think, with this hit from Shadowfang. Awesome. We went a perfect 6 for 6. This was 2 wars in a row, rather, that we went 6 for 6. We have some ground to make up for sure. They've got 6,259 points with 8 flags left. They've got a lot of points. We've got 39,59 with 68 flags left. So we are doing strong as well. Hoping we can clutch out a win in this war. Let me know how your Skyfire war is going. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel. And I'll catch you guys next time.